selling real one Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome to IJustWatched. It's your boy Joseph, and we're here to talk Netflix, Resident Evil. I say that with hesitation because if this was entitled Resident Evil and didn't have Umbrella Corps and everything, this is anything but Resident Evil. I gotta hit you with the usual, which is hopefully you like this enough to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to get notified. Let's talk the Netflix original show, the original series, Resident Evil. God awful. Garbage. Basura. Trash. All these things represent this show. The fact that this show is supposed to take place after Resident Evil 5, the video game, and it's supposed to be a direct continuation to the video game series, is a giant slap in the face. This show did whatever the hell it wanted to from the jump. And on top of doing whatever the hell it wanted to from the jump, it also convoluted and disrespected the game by changing whatever it wanted, by doing whatever it wanted. And at the end of the day, like, the main character, Jade, can't stand her, bro. She just got worse as the show go on. Like, there was not a single character in the show that I was like, this is a cool character. Not a one. The only character that was you were able to maybe enjoy pieces of and stuff is still like one of the dumbest things ever. But this show, I'll get into it. It's just spoiler warning. I gotta throw that out there. Glad I remembered. This show was hard to watch. Like, we really had to push through this show. Like, we took a break. Like, instead of binging it, I had to take a break and like reevaluate my life. All it did was piss me off more because it just continued. Like, it didn't even try to wrap it up in any neat bow. It was just like, bleh, Resident Evil. Yeah. Like, nah, it's not how it works. This and Thor Love and Thunder are like clear examples of shitting on characters and stories and pre-existing lore. This show felt like two different shows because the flashback show was definitely better, but that's like not saying much because the present day part of the show was so dumb. Every stupid decision you could ever make was made twice. It felt like watching this. Over and over, Jay just makes dumber and dumber decisions throughout. She's complaining she's not her father, Wesker, but they're clearly blatantly in your face showing you that she is exactly like her father. Get it? I've seen that trope. That's not my issue. Why does she have to be so blatantly stupid? Why does everyone have to be so blatantly stupid? How is this intertwined to the Resident Evil video game? Like, don't do that. Don't disrespect those games. All right, those games are great. I felt so bad for Lance Reddick. Great, talented actor. No question. However, why in the hell did they think it's okay and thought it was a good decision for him to be Albert Wesker? Especially if you're a direct tie-in to the games and the original lore as it is based off of. Like, if this was its own thing to include people of different ethnicities and stuff, to do characters of different ethnicities and color and whatever exist, bring those to life instead of just color swapping. That's fucking lazy. But they clearly don't have faith that a character that pre-exists, that is black, Hispanic, a woman, Asian, whatever on the rainbow, is not going to have enough of a fan base to be successful. So you know what they're going to do? We're just going to color swap somebody, and that counts, right? So many actual characters, not just in Resident Evil, but across the board in existence, that you can bring to life. The reason earlier I said that was like the only character that you can kind of like, which is funny. And what it is, it just shows how talented Lance is. Although he is the worst, complete, like not even Albert Wesker by any means. And then you get the 99-cent on clearance Albert Wesker, like one of his clones, Bert, funny and enjoyable. And then the Albert Wesker that was the dad was good, but it wasn't good because it was literally the fact that Reddick is a dope-ass talented person that gave either of those two moments of like, this is cool. Amongst the, was it 8 episodes of Basura. Seeing like the giant zombie monsters for a couple seconds looked cool, kinda, but even the visuals weren't like super clean. I don't know, like for Netflix to do this back at whatever felt super lackluster. How do they make, like, this has source material, but then yeah, like I'll get into it when I talk about it. I'm talking like Umbrella Academy. How do you make that and then make this? The Resident Evil movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, that came out like in 2021, is not great by any means, but it is leaps and bounds better than this. That one at least shows you that they did their homework with the first two games, and at what I would consider properly introducing the characters that we love and giving you kind of the first game and second game meshed. It's super short movie. I mean, it had it was considered a small budget. It had a small budget. It was like 25 million. It's a small budget. And you can tell because, like, it's actually a pretty good movie, and they did their homework, and like the way they did shots, and like they did a lot of things. I was like, oh wow, that's like, I remember that from the game, or like that's cool, or even a couple small changes they made to push the story forward. I mean, they weren't. I wasn't like, oh, that's great. I was kind of like, I get it, but everything else was cool, so I was like, I'll let it go. And then at the end, when we could have that big, amazing boss fight, like you can see like where the budget came into effect, because I mean, they committed to giving us Tyrant, but like it just couldn't really hold them for too long visually and whatnot. So I hope that gets a sequel, a proper sequel, because that movie still like doubled its money almost, and I think it deserves it because I thought it was a pretty good version of the game. If they would have had a bigger budget, proper marketing, and gave it another 40 minutes, 30 minutes, you could have really dove into the stories of 1 and 2 and developed that, you know? The reason I bring it up is because watching that and watching this show, bigger budget, full like Netflix backing, because that I think was only distributed by Sony. There was one thing I liked, and that is a original song, My Heart Has Teeth. That's the only thing I like, because I was like, okay, oh hey, Shazam. Have you seen it? Are you gonna see it? I don't say see it. I wouldn't watch it. It was actually really bad. It was hard to watch. Don't recommend it. Move on with your life. There's better things to watch out there. But if you did see it, if you have seen it, let me know what you think down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Comment section. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well. Adios.